Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to this LTV. So today we'll be talking about referencing. How do you reference a scientific article or a medical writing article? No matter the niche you are writing in medical writing, there's always the need for your write-up or your article to be convincing and reliable. And how do you ensure that this is done? One is that you have to do proper research. Then after researching, you have to cite the sources or make reference to the sources. And there are two ways to do this. It's either you reference the sources or you hyperlink. Now, when you talk about referencing, you can either do it manually, but why stress yourself when you can actually do it electronically? Now, there are so many referencing managers. We have EndNote, we have Mendeley, we have Zotero. But today I'll be introducing you to another one. That's a mini referencing manager, especially when you are working on small projects like about 1,200 words article, like we normally have in patient education articles. You may not need to use the bogus referencing managers like Zotero, like EndNote and Mendeley. But this tool, the ZoteroBib, one that is free, so you don't need to pay to get it. It's completely online. You don't need to even have an account to use it. What you just need is to type it in and you start using it directly. And you don't even need to download it into your laptop to use. So I'll be demonstrating right now how you can use ZoteroBib. Like when writing patient education articles, sometimes we just need about 5 to 10 references. So in such case, you may not need to start using the other referencing managers. I use both. When I'm writing if I'm working on a huge document, I prefer using Zotero, the main Zotero. But if I'm to write a patient education article, I know that I just need few references. I prefer the ZoteroBib. So join me as I demonstrate how you use the ZoteroBib on your laptop. So watch and see the demonstration. So now I'm opening up my page, as you can see on the screen. So the only thing you need to do when you want to use ZoteroBib is just to type ZoteroBib. You can see it here, showing already. So then on the search engine results page, you see it showing. So you just click to open. So this is how the interface looks like. You can see this is the search screen where you put in your entry. Then here you see the bibliography. Because I've been using this for quite some time, you see that I have a number of references already showing, because whenever you insert and it generates a reference for you, it saves it, unless if you choose to delete, but if not, it will save it for you. So you can see a whole lot that I've done in the past. Then when you look, it's more visible now. When you look, you can see Vancouver here. Now we know that we have so many referencing types. We have Vancouver, we have Harvard, we have Chicago style, we have APA style. So depending on what you are working on and the guidelines for the publisher you are working for, you will need to choose the particular referencing style that you need. Most times I work with Vancouver, that's why you are seeing Vancouver. But if you want to change it, what you need to do is just to click this drop down button. And you can see APA, American Psychological Association, you can see Chicago Manual of Style, Modern Language Association, so many more. We have more than 10,000 of them. Yeah, so you can choose any style you want, but for me, I prefer the Vancouver style. Okay, so the next thing now that we need to do is, I already have a Google document that I'm working on, a patient education article that I'm working on. So So that's the patient education article. So assuming I want to reference this, or there's a reference I use for this and I want to save it for this very article, what I need to do is just to go to the Google search page, then type in the reference. I already have an idea of the reference I want to use, so I want to copy it where I saved it. But it may just be just your normal search on Google, whatever reference you come across. So, but I want to use this particular one. I already saved. Okay, so I'll put in the reference so that it shows me. Okay, so this is the article on BMC Women's Health. So what I need to do now is either I right click and copy this link directly from here, or sometimes I prefer to go to the site so that I don't miss out anything. So you just go there and copy the link. So that's the link for that article. Then you come back to the ZoteroBib, to the search bar on the ZoteroBib, and you paste the article. Then you click Sites. So you see it trying to cite. Okay, now the job is done. So you can see that it has cited this article in Vancouver fashion. It has cited it in Vancouver fashion for me, so I don't need to do anything. And the good thing about it, one thing I like about it is that it also includes the very dates that you cited the article. Like you can see cited 2025, April 8th. So, and you can see that everything here is according to the Vancouver fashion. You can see the author's names, the title of the article here. You can see the journal. You can see the date 2020, January 29th. Then you have both the volume and the issue. And you have the hyperlink. That the current standard now in providing references is that you add the hyperlink. This makes verification very easy. So what the person needs to do is just to click this link. To click the link that's this available from on your page, and the person will just straight away be taken to this very article. So this is a complete. So once I say close, it saves it automatically. But what I usually do is that once I cite any, I copy it out immediately. I usually open another document. If I'm working on Google Docs, I open another document. Like you can see this Microsoft Word open, where I just paste the link. You can also open another Google Docs. It mustn't be Microsoft Word. You can, if you are working on one Google Docs, you can open a second one where you'll be pasting the link. Then on my original article, remember that I was working on an article. So on this original article, I can indicate like this reference one now. I can put in the one pending the time that I'll come back to refine the article. You know that this is just the first draft of this article. So I already know that I have this reference saved on Microsoft Word. And I'll go back to my Microsoft Word and make sure I put one here. So what I need to do is once, as I get more references, as I get more articles, I will continue to add it to this list. And once I'm done with the article on Google Docs, I'll just copy this reference list and paste on Google Docs. So, and most times, if I'm working on patient education articles, I don't usually cite, maybe the references may just be 5 or 6 or 7. So using this makes the work easier than using the major Zotero, the original Zotero, or using EndNote. But then when I'm working on a larger document of multiple pages, maybe up to 60 pages, more than 10,000 words of an article of that nature, I prefer to use the bigger referencing managers. It makes it easy for me. But then the advantage of this, like I said before, is that you see how we just opened it. Once you are online, you are good to go. You just open the page. Let me demonstrate. You just open the page and type in without signing in. You don't need your Google account. You don't need passwords. You don't need username. Just make sure you copy the actual link, web link for that article. Go to the page like we did here. Copy the link. And when you are done with this article, assuming you need another article, like you can see, maybe this is the second. Okay. Okay, let me assume that we want to use this. What you need to do is you do the same thing again. You just copy the web link, go back to your Zotero and cite it. And once you cite it, once the web link is okay, it will cite it for you. But it's good that I showed this because sometimes when you have a duplicate, like what it's telling me now is that I already have this article in the bibliography. That means I've cited it before. So once there's a duplicate, to show you there's a duplicate. So knowing that I have the duplicate here, what I need to do is just to find it in this list and copy. Then once you don't have a duplicate and the article is okay, the web link is okay, it's not broken, and you copy the whole web link, it will just generate this, like you can see here, the one we did. And if you need another article, you just go back to your web page and you continue like that till when you are done. Now, this is about referencing. You don't use this for hyperlinking. Hyperlinking is another concept that you use when trying to cite, to make reference to your sources. And you know that in writing, especially when you are writing on a website that the articles need to rank on Google, having a well-researched article increases the tendency for that article to be ranked higher by Google. So it should always be your major interest whenever you're writing any article to make sure that it's either well referenced or well hyperlinked. And this ZoteroBib helps you in getting the referencing done in a very quick and easy way. So in another video, we'll talk about referencing and hyperlinking. Someone may be wondering, what's the difference? Are they the same? Are they different? They are different, although they serve the same purpose. So in the next video, I'll throw more light on the difference between hyperlinking and referencing. But for now, I've shown you how to use ZoteroBib, and I know that going forward, that your writing, whether you are writing in the medical writing niche or you are doing scientific writing, will be far more easier with this knowledge. So if you found this useful, this information useful, make sure you subscribe, then hit the notification bell, like, share, comment, and I promise you that you have more videos like this and also other important health literacy videos that will help you grow as an individual and also grow as a career person. Thank you for watching.